Well, that escalated quickly. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity custody battles. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the nastiest and most notorious celebrity custody battles to have been covered in the mainstream media. Number 10. Kelly Rutherford and Daniel Giersch. Kelly Rutherford and German businessman Daniel Giersch married in August 2006 and welcomed their first child just 2 months later. Rutherford filed for divorce 2 years later, leading to a nasty custody battle.
You're hurting me right now.
In 2012, their children began living with Giersch in Monaco and France.
So the judge ruled in order to maintain a 50-50 caretaking split, the children must stay in France with him, and Rutherford traveled back and forth to see them.
After a summer of visiting Rutherford, she refused to return the children to Europe, which Giersch argued was an instance of kidnapping. It was this debacle that led to Giersch winning sole custody of the children, and Rutherford was prevented from bringing her kids to the United States in the future.
Is the judge that initially who initially did this, is she still on the case?
She's in traffic court now, I think.
All right.
New York lawyer Susan Moss declared that Rutherford, quote, only had herself to blame. Number 9. Mel Gibson and Oksana Grigorieva. Mel Gibson and Oksana Grigorieva went through a terribly messy breakup and subsequent custody battle over their daughter, Lucia. While Mel originally agreed on $15 million in child support and legal payments, this was dropped to just $750,000 after Grigorieva released confidential recordings of Gibson using racial slurs and violent language. Recordings that sparked a massive media backlash against the actor.
You look like a heap.
Then another.
Give me a bat in the side of the head. How about that?
A third.
You're a using whore.
And now a fourth. Nearly 20 minutes of hate-filled rants.
Grigorieva again broke the clause by speaking out about the case on The Howard Stern Show, further reducing the payment to just $250,000. Grigorieva is now claiming that she has PTSD and a tumor resulting from the alleged assaults and stress associated with the protracted legal battles.
After the first, severe beating that, he struck me twice with a fist and then he was choking me, and whilst I was holding Lucia and not protecting myself.
Number 8. Britney Spears and Kevin Federline. Britney Spears went through a very tough time in the mid-2000s. While Spears and Federline announced a divorce settlement in March 2007, Federline refused to sign divorce papers because he was afraid of his children being in the hands of an increasingly unstable Spears, whose behavioral problems were well documented.
Events that unfolded over time, if you want to Google them and go back and look at them, then you'll see, why it turned out the way that it did.
While he finally agreed to joint custody and $15,000 a month in child support, Federline was eventually gifted full custody in September.
I'm not, this is definitely not anything to brag about, not to me.
Okay.
And it's not something that I asked for either.
Spears initially refused to hand her children over to Federline, but she was forced to relinquish custody after she was placed on involuntary psychiatric hold in January 2008. Number 7. Usher and Tamika Foster.
We made a mess of what used to be love, so why do I care at all?
Usher and Tamika Foster, his personal wardrobe stylist, started dating in November 2005. They had 2 children together, Usher Raymond V and Naveed, and Usher became stepfather of Foster's 3 boys. Once Usher filed for divorce in June 2009, the two entered a heated custody battle that spanned 3 long years. Foster accused Usher of being an absentee father and of using drugs in front of his children, and Usher, in turn, spitefully canceled Foster's credit card.
Absentee, I guess, from the aspect of having to go and work, that probably would be her version or idea of what absentee would be.
While Usher was granted full custody, Tamika later challenged the arrangement in court after Usher V nearly drowned in his father's pool. However, the case was dismissed, and Usher retained full custody.
It's nasty fighting over children, isn't it?
It is very nasty, and there is no winner in any fight.
Number 6. Kate and Jon Gosselin. When Jon and Kate +8 premiered, it was an enjoyable look into the daily lives of a massive family. However, John and Kate's relationship became increasingly strained until they finally announced their separation in 2009. The preceding year had been a mess of legal troubles, which included police being called to the house to resolve a domestic dispute. While Kate was given primary custody, the couple continued to make headlines with their feud, particularly in August 2017, when they got into a massive fight in an orthodontist's office over their custody arrangement.
Anyone going through a divorce, when you have children involved, my opinion is both parents should be involved in the hiring of any babysitters. Absolutely. These are still my children, whether I'm present or away.
A source has also told HollywoodLife.com that the children prefer to be with John, which tends to upset Kate.
I'm just going to learn how to take initiative for myself and do the best I can as a father. And I'm always going to be there for my kids, no matter what.
Number 5. Mel B and Stephen Belafonte. In March 2017, Mel B filed for divorce from her husband of nearly 10 years, Stephen Belafonte. The two then entered a messy legal battle that saw Mel accusing Stephen of emotional and physical abuse. Mel then ordered Stephen away from her daughter Angel, as she had reportedly gained a solid relationship with the girl's biological father, Eddie Murphy.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
A letter supposedly written by Angel also claimed that she never wanted to see Stephen again. Stephen later asked a judge to send their daughter Madison into therapy, as he believes Mel has brainwashed Madison against him. Number 4. Halle Berry and Gabriel Aubry. Despite their relatively friendly split in 2010, Halle Berry and Gabriel Aubry quickly entered a vicious custody battle that escalated into physical assault and threats of murder. Despite agreeing to joint custody of their daughter, Berry wanted to move with her to France to be with her new boyfriend, Olivier Martinez. A judge denied Berry's request, leading Martinez to allegedly tell Aubry that he would murder him if he did not allow them to go. This, in turn, led to a brutal physical altercation.
Either he lost a fight or he just got brutalized.
That's more than losing a fight. He got mashed right there.
Only a few days later, a mutual custody agreement was finally made, and Berry was ordered to pay her ex $16,000 a month in child support.
Yep, Halle is trying to cut her payments to Gabriel for their daughter Nala by more than 75%. Cause, basically...
Because ain't nobody taking care of no grown-ass man, you better get a job.
Number 3. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Even the most popular couple in Hollywood can have problems. Jolie shocked the world in September 2016 when she announced that she was divorcing Brad Pitt and seeking physical custody of the children. Throughout the subsequent years, Pitt has battled child abuse allegations, and the children have split their time between each parent, often moving with the actors to various filming locations like Los Angeles and London. Jolie then revealed that Pitt had not paid child support, a claim that Pitt called untrue.
Pitt's team says Jolie's claim is a thinly veiled effort to manipulate media coverage, and Pitt adamantly disputes the contention that he has not paid significant child support.
The court granted Pitt more visitation time in August 2018, while the actors continue to sort out a long-term solution. Number 2. Woody Allen and Mia Farrow. Woody Allen's personal life has long been the subject of intense media scrutiny. In January 1992, Allen's partner Mia Farrow found nude photographs of her adopted daughter Soon-Yi Previn in Allen's possession.
And what was Mia's reaction when she found out about Soon-Yi?
What happened was crazy behavior that became, terrible rage, death threats.
This quickly led to their separation, and Allen in turn married Previn. Allen's adopted daughter Dylan Farrow then accused Allen of molesting her when she was 7 years old. In 1993, Allen was denied custody of his 3 children. The ruling stated that Allen was self-absorbed, that he lacked judgment, and that his, quote, behavior towards Dylan was grossly inappropriate, leading to the rejected bid for custody and a, quote, careful monitoring of his future contact with the children. Number 1. Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger. In 2001, Kim Basinger filed for divorce from Alec Baldwin, leading to an incredibly nasty custody dispute over their only child, Ireland. While the two agreed to joint custody, Baldwin alleged that Basinger totally controlled Ireland and her relationship with him by denying visitation and preventing Ireland's access to a phone. Baldwin's frustrations eventually led to an infamous voicemail that tarnished his reputation and led him to consider suicide.
You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the
However, he reconsidered, knowing that Basinger's team would consider it a win. He also called the family court system, quote, corrupt, inefficient, lazy, and stupid, and said that it was full of, quote, the most god-awful people. So yeah, not a very good time.
So much of what I went through the last 8 years, it was unnecessary.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.